to talk about, I did a little bit of research on you, and I want to talk about this group that I know you started off in a group, the
Transition.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so, like, what happened with that? Like,
well, that was a group that like I said, I was on Universal Records. You know what I'm saying? And that was under Michael Bivins, and that was a concept that he had for a group. He's very fond of the OJs. Like that's one of his favorite groups.
That's my dad's
and of course him with being a New Edition with Johnny Gill. You know what I'm saying? So he had this group idea. Then he discovered Boys to Men. When at the time when we started working together, he said, man, Gator, I got this group concept or whatever. But anyway, we were put together. So it was one guy from Florida, one guy from New York, and myself from Detroit. So we were kind of put together. And sometimes too many cooks in the kitchen. You know what I mean? It's like everybody's trying to cook the lasagna, so it's like different people want to add the shrimp, and some people like, yo, I ain't never had shrimp in my lasagna, or just the pepperonis, or just the ground beef. I want to try turkey. It was just too many, too many, and we kind of like, it was a very great project and a great opportunity, but we just really couldn't seem to get the unity part together. But we did come together and made a classic album, which had the Straight Loving record, the straight. Loving record on there. It's a split. Yeah. And it also helped me, just get my solo career cracking through that. You know what I'm saying? Because it opened up the doors for me with that. So I definitely thank Michael Bivins for that opportunity.
Definitely. That was going to be my next question. Like, how did you really, transition from the transitions into your own thing? Like, did it feel weird at first? Did you feel like you was kind of betraying them, or was it kind of like?
Well, I was a solo artist at first when he discovered me, because actually my manager introduced me to him when he came here, because she was working with him. Her name is Peggy Body. We was working together, and she introduced me to him, and I auditioned for him, and he wanted me to be, he wanted to work with me, so we worked together for he was my mentor for at least 5-6 years. Just even before the group thing happened, we was just hanging out, and he was letting me hang out with him on tour, and we was in the studio making records and stuff like that. So yeah, I was out with Mike for the longest, and he was friends with Tyler Perry, and when they was working on the movie or whatever, they was working on the soundtrack, we pitched a couple of songs to Tyler Perry, and actually he wasn't really feeling the music that we were working on, but he was like, man, I need somebody to sing this song, Sam Cooke, The Change Is Gonna Come, and Mike was like, whoa, you think you can do that, Gator? And I'm like, wow, that was one of my favorite singers, growing up. So growing up, that wasn't even really one of the songs that, to be honest, that I really listened to and that I really loved the most. But when the opportunity came, I just got into it, you know what I'm saying, and just was able to make that happen.
Yeah, because that's a little different from you, because I was reading up, you like to get a little dirty with your lyrics and everything.
Well, it's not so much as getting dirty with my lyrics. That was the song that helped me, go off into my solo career. It just happened to be, and really with that song, is the title is really, the hook is really the only strong part about it. It's really just a straight to the point record,
Yeah.
Versus
they call it ruthless. Yeah, that's what they call you ruthless online.
Yeah, I mean, it's but a lot of people, they like the record, and I think versus beating around the bush, it's just just getting straight to the point. Hey, if that's what you have a strong attraction for an individual, and they have that strong attraction for you, and one of you might be nervous in that situation. It's best that somebody just say, hey, this is what it is, let's make this happen. It's like, wow, why didn't you just say that? Oh, I'm so happy you said it. I was scared to say it.
I'm that person. I'm more the straight to the point type of, let's not beat around the bush type
let's
of
get
thing.
straight to the point.
Was that the song that was in Baby Boy? Was that in that song? That was that song?
That song was in
you can't really say the words, even though.
You can't say the words.
Well, that's fine, But that's good. Hollywood picks you up. That's a good look. So, and that's gonna get you the exposure that you want. I just want to know, since you do have your solo career going on, what is some things that you wanted to do, in the future that you may have been able to accomplish yet?
Well, what happens is I went through a time when the music industry was changing.
Okay.
So that's why I got kind of caught up. I've yet to really establish myself as an artist, period. You know what I mean? with this new single that I have, Making It Feel, that we're going to be playing on the radio. We're going to be debuting on you guys radio today on What's Poppin'. But what happens is like the music industry has been making money off me for years. Like, the Straight Lovin' record on the Baby Boy soundtrack, it's on iTunes. The whole Transitions album, it's on iTunes and Amazon and everything like that, Google Play or whatever. Just like the Tyler Perry movie, on the Tyler Perry movie soundtrack, A Change Is Gonna Come, that's on iTunes. But now I'm putting myself in a position to establish myself as a brand, and my song is going to be right up there with theirs, and the other songs that I'm going to put out, throughout this whole year. I have a business plan that is very solid and that I feel is going to be, because I have a lot of fans out there.
Yeah.
Anyway, you know what I'm saying? I have a lot of fans because they play Baby Boy, the movie on BT.
All the
then
time.
they'll play. Now they start playing
Daddy's Little Girls on all the time.
And I don't know if that's some kind of thing that God is trying to do for me. You know what I mean?
Maybe it's a message.
But it makes me feel good to, even though I've yet to reach that point in my career to where, hey, everybody knows my name and I'm this household brand. It's going to be worth it in the end. You know what I'm saying? All of this hard work, because I've been through a lot. You know what I'm saying? Just keeping your head above water as an artist out here. You know what I'm saying? There's so many different pitfalls that you can just go through in life to where it's like, wow, I wonder what happened to my man. He was on this and he was on that, but he never, you know what I mean? But through this Making It Feel movement, it's definitely, this is just the jump start of things, and we're about to really make it happen with this project this year.
That's good.
Yeah.
And speaking of Baby Boy and Daddy Little Girls, like, how does it feel to hear yourself, watching the movie, you just hear yourself oh, hey.
Well, for the most part, as a kid, we all, dream of that, most kids dream of being in the NBA or playing for the NFL or hearing your song on the radio one day or getting a record deal, So, it was definitely a wonderful feeling, man. It's kind of like hitting the lottery, you just kind of, oh, wow, I can't believe it, it's my song, you're jumping all up and down, You hear your song on the radio, people calling you, your family, they're, praising you and showing you love, saying, hey, man, I knew you could do it, man, this, that, and the other. So it's really a great feeling, man, to be able to even look at the movie credits and to see your name, scroll down the television screen, or the movie screen, with your name on there. So it's definitely a blessing.
It was about downtown and how they're bringing new businesses and stuff like that. Just based on the job I working at Quicken Loans, Dan Gilbert is for some reason, he does everything. He's I don't know, some underground god or something. All he does is pop up with new stuff here and there. And all these, we're getting the new Red Wing Stadium, and people are going to visit Detroit more. And even with music, artists are going to want to record here and things like that. We got Hitsville and stuff like that. They're going to want to record here.
It's so many, like years ago, it was so many of my artist friends that was like, yo, man, I'm moving to New York, or I'm moving to Atlanta or LA or Miami, and that was the crazy stuff, because I was like, yo, man, it's coming back to Detroit. I'm telling y'all, y'all need to kind of stick around, kind of hang out. So what's about to happen is how it was in Atlanta. That's how Atlanta became this hot spot, because you had people like Ludacris popping off. You had people like Sierra, she came into the game and did her thing. Usher did her thing real big. You know what I'm saying? Janelle Monáe, she did her thing. Big Boy, Outkast, they did their thing to where Left Eye, TLC, they did their thing to where they put money back into the community. Yeah. That's what's kind of missing here in Detroit, because there's no artist that's bringing major artists here to throw parties. And, the promoters are doing it. Not taking nothing away from the promoters, but there's no artists that's having an all-star weekend, you know what I'm saying, with the NFL players doing it with the music, and you actually got premier artists here the whole weekend doing events throughout the whole weekend, in Miami or in New York or in LA or whatnot. So that's what's definitely about to start happening, man. Is
you would do that.
With that, oh yeah, I'm definitely going to do that. I'm definitely going to make that. I have relationships and I know people, but you gotta bring that star power. So you gotta definitely be, one of those premier artist that's making it happen. So
well, Big Sean, Eminem, those are the biggest names we really have. Those are the ones that need to be doing that.
And that's what's about to start happening, because not only do you have the Eminem and Big Sean. Now you got Dej Loaf.
Low.
And so that's a wild card
Mm-hmm.
coming into the game because guess what? That ain't just happened by luck. She didn't just hit no lottery or nothing like that. That girl's gonna be here and she's gonna make some things happen in this music industry because she's different.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so that's gonna continue to happen if artists do what they're supposed to do.
Exactly.
Put
We have a
themselves in
lot
a
of
position.
different artists. Like
Mhm.
they just
We
need
got
to
a
do what
lot
they
of
gotta
Madonna.
do.
We got some people.
And the industry is
Detroit
looking.
Shay is good too, but
Yeah.
she needs to.
And the industry is like, whether you know it or not, the music industry is looking at Detroit right now.
They are.
You definitely best believe somebody in the industry wants a Dej Loaf.
Mm-hmm.
Because what has to happen is because guess what? She's a $1 million artist right now. You know what I'm saying? Female artist.
Mm-hmm.
What artist has done that besides Nicki Minaj and Iggy? You know what I'm saying? And that's what you got to look at. You know what I'm saying? So that's what the record companies. Oh, it must be in Detroit. Let's see what's going on in Detroit.
All eyes on us.
You know,
right now.
all eyes on us. So it's definitely that time. So everybody that moved away, man, you
Going down to Atlanta.
come back.
That's gonna make something
I don't know why
Hey.
everybody want to move to Atlanta.
I'm telling you, because Detroit is the Mecca, man. It always have been and it always will be the Mecca of where some of the greatest talent has came from. You know what I'm saying? Dietrich Hatton. You know what I mean?
I saw him in church on New Year's
Yeah,
Eve.
you know, he's
Definitely
a
seen
Detroit boy. You know what I'm saying? The Winans, the whole gospel scene created their sound off the Winans music. You know what I'm saying? Commissioning them. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, you gotta, even Boys the Men, they established their sound off of them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, it is what it is, man. Detroit is.
We on the come up.
We ain't just having a good time, but yo, this is my new single, "Making It Feel" by Charles Gator Moore, available on Google Play right now, right now. Go get that. Go cop that. Yeah. Yeah. For what?
Yeah. One time. Two times. Listen. Lately I've noticed everything you do for me. You are my shining star, my anything I need. To do without you, girl, I don't know